So we are on our mats, comfortable cross-legged position. I encourage you to grab your journal if you use one, and your essential oil again if you like to use one. So let's start with our oil. So if you'd like to take a drop in the palm of your hand once you're in that comfortable seated position. I'm sitting on my blanket, so make sure you are comfortable and warm. You have your chosen blend, so whatever that might be, take a few breaths in. Just cupping the hands to the nose, maybe closing the eyes, maybe awakening the sense of smell. Remember, our five senses are like those antennae, always reaching out, always working. But we tend to just use them without much awareness. So really let your blend awaken that sense of smell. And then maybe you might like to apply your oil to a chosen area. It was interesting, yesterday I done a mindful eating task with the children. Now it was fruit and there was a piece of little chocolate at the end. But one little girl, I get them to hold the fruit and to close their eyes, and they have to smell it and they have to taste it and they have to touch it and maybe lick it, but they're not allowed to put it straight into their mouth and eat it, because that's what we're just so used to doing, and they can't look at what they're holding. And one little girl with the Satsuma, she was like, I actually didn't want to taste it after feeling it and touching it, but when she opened her eyes and looked at it, then she wanted to eat it. So it's amazing how we need all those five senses sometimes to work. So once you've applied your oil and you've maybe given yourself a little bit of a massage, I'd like you to grab your journal. If you're not using a journal, you're just going to close your eyes and stay seated and comfortable. If you are using a journal, I always like to write the date, which I think is the 13th today. Yes, 13th. So you might like to write the date at the first page you're using. And we're going to write 3 things that we are grateful for. Because gratitude is something, again, that we can just take for granted. I think Katie reminded us yesterday she had no electricity for most of the weekend, and when it came back on, she was very grateful for it. So whatever comes to mind, it can be your morning cup of tea, it can be getting on your mat, maybe time with your family this Christmas. Just write something that you're truly grateful for. And we always write, I am so happy, or I am truly happy and grateful for whatever that may be. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're not journaling, maybe you're just closing your eyes and just visualizing those things that you're grateful for. Lengthening your breath a little more as you sit with the eyes closed. Maybe being aware of all the wonderful things that you have in your life. Your comfortable home, your clothes, your friends, maybe your partner, your children, your pets. All of those things that make up your life. If you're still journaling, take your time. And when you finish, just join us with your eyes closed. Remember, even in life's challenges, there is always gratitude. Maybe it's gratitude for the lesson that might be quite hard to see when you're in that moment, when you're in that challenge. And as we come out of it or step away from it, maybe it's changed our path, maybe it's made us stronger, maybe it's defined more what we want or who we are. So now as we all sit together, we'll be taking a moment for our angel members community, practicing together on our mats in the morning or in the evening, feeling that support of each other, feeling each other's presence. And knowing even though we are in different places, that support, that community is always there. Taking an inhale now from the very base of your spine and drawing your breath all the way to the crown points, to the top of the head. As you exhale, just letting the breath travel back down, releasing back out, maybe through the root. And again, breathing in, drawing the breath, filling the body up. And one more breath. Just turning your palms down to your knees. You can keep your eyes closed, just starting to draw a circle with the body. If you're sitting on something, you might want to remove it. So just moving through the waist, the hips, maybe the shoulders, the arms. And then reverse your circle, moving the opposite way. Coming back to center. Bring the palms together, and then as you open the arms, send the chest high, inhale. And then as you exhale, close the palms and push the spine behind you like a seated cat-cow. Inhale, taking the arms wide, hands behind you. And then exhale, closing the palms, pushing the spine back. Let's take one more. Filling the body with the breath. And exhale, rolling back, tucking the chin in. Releasing the arms down alongside you. Plant your right hand down and take your left arm up. Bend into your right elbow. Your hand can also be on your block. Breathe down that left side, creating that space. And then coming back up, drop your left hand. Let's reverse, right hand up. See if you can lengthen that arm a little more. Yes, very nice. And come back to center. Let's come on to hands and knees. So when you're ready, into that table position. We're going to send the left arm out and the right leg, so finding balance. Keeping the gaze down on the mat, push into your heels so your toes are pointing downwards. Holding, breathing into the belly. Stretching even longer, reaching with the fingertips, pushing into the heel. And then drop that left hand, right knee down. Take that right arm up, left leg, stretch long. Point the toes down, push into your heel. Reach with the fingertips, gaze down to the mat, neck is long. And then come back to your table. Let's take the knees wide, bring your big toes together and sit back into your child's pose. Rest the forehead down, reach the arms long. Sitting back a little further towards the heels. See if you can create a little bit more space in your shoulders. See if you can soften the shoulders a little more. Taking 2 more breaths here. And 1 more. Bring the hands a little closer, bring the knees back in so you come back into your table. Tuck the toes, start to sit back towards your heels. Lift your knees away, hold here, engage your core. And then keeping the knees off, we come forwards and we sit back. So it's like a leaping frog, if you like. You come into your table and you sit back. If it feels too much, you can drop your knees down. We're on our toes, knees are hovering if you're doing a full version. We're going to do that 1 more time. Really stretching into the knees. And then once you come back, send the legs long, coming into downward dog. Your hands don't move. You should be in that perfect position when you come in from table. You decide here if you need that walk or pedal, or if you prefer to hold. Let your head go. So we tend to have a tendency to hold our head up using our neck muscles. Just let it go, let it feel heavy. You're always supporting your head as you move through your day. It's a heavy weight. And this is such a lovely pose, just to let the head hang. Maybe sending any of that mental tension down into the ground. We're going to take a walk towards our feet. So walking the hands towards the feet. And once there, just hold on to your elbows. Again, your head is heavy. You're not holding your neck. Slight micro bend in the knees. And maybe it feels nice to move a little side to side. Again, leave that option of just holding. Whole top of the body is heavy. And then gravity take hold. And then release. We're going to take a walk down our mat. We're going to come into plank. So keep walking down, bring your hands under your shoulders. And then send your hips to the mat so you're in an upward dog position. And then as you exhale, push back into your downward dog. Might need to adjust your feet slightly. We're going to come back down into that upward dog position. Send the hips down, relax the shoulders. And then exhale, push back into that downward dog. You can always take this option from child's pose if you want to. Last time, hips down, gaze up. And then exhale, push back. This time we're going to walk to the top of our mat. We're going to bring our feet together once we're there. Again, let the body fold, let the body hang. Take a bend into the knees, so you're sending the chest to the thighs and then straighten the legs. Let's do that a few times. You're bending and straightening. Chest to thighs and then long legs. Next inhale, come up. So start to roll up slowly. Head has been down a while. Bring the arms up, let the palms touch. We're going to take a twist over to our right side. So right hand back, left hand forwards. And then take that inhale, come back to center. And take that the opposite way. Left hand back, right hand forwards. Inhale back to center. Exhale, take your fold down again. Take a long spine here. We're going to step back with the right leg, so you're coming into your low lunge. Bring the arms up. We're going to take that opening to the left side, left hand back, right hand forwards. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, frame your left foot, step back into your plank. Lowering down to your mat, bending at your elbows, slow and controlled as you come down. Relax your toes, roll into cobra. And then we're going to sit back to the heels in Balasana, arms long. Take 2 breaths here, breathing into the belly. Take that sigh out of the mouth, big sigh out. Again, take that breath into the belly. And that big sigh of the breath out. Coming back into your downward dog when you're ready, pushing back. Let's squeeze our right leg back. We're going to step to the top of our mat into a high lunge this time, bringing up the arms, bending into that right knee. Always that option to plant the back knee down. We're going to take that opening to our right side. So right hand is back, left hand is forwards. Twisting, hips stay forward, just the upper body is twisting. Inhale, we come back to center. Exhale, we frame our right foot, we step to the top of our mat, we fold. Inhale, we rise tall. Exhale, we twist left, left hand back, right hand forwards. Inhale, we come back to center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release the arms. We take that inhale in, bringing the arms up. Exhale, we hinge and fold over the legs. We take a long spine here. We step back with the left leg, drop the left knee down, low lunge, bring up the arms. We're taking that twist right, right hand back, left hand forwards. Inhale, back to center. Frame your right foot, step back into your plank. Lower down to your mat. Roll up into your cobra pose and exhale, down dog, push back. Take your left leg long, squeeze it back. Stepping to the top of your mat into your high lunge, bring up the arms, bend into that left knee. Take your twist, left hand back, right hand forwards. Inhale back into your low lunge. Framing your left foot, step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, rise tall. Exhale, take your twist right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, take your twist left. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold all the way down to your mat. Long spine when you're ready. Stepping back into your plank pose now as you lower all of the way down. Inhale into your cobra and exhale, push back, downward dog. Squeezing your right leg back into a three-legged dog. Stepping to the top of your mat into your high lunge. Inhale, bring the arms up, holding your high lunge here. Bring your hands to your heart center, take a twist over your right knee. Option to drop that back knee down if you need. Holding here. Make sure we're not collapsing the head, so we want to lengthen. Left elbows down over that knee. Hover and drop your left knee down for a moment and squeeze it back up. Again, drop and hover that left knee and squeeze back up. One more, drop and hover and squeeze back up. Frame your right foot, step back into your plank, lower down to your mat. Roll up into your cobra and exhale, push back into your downward facing dog. Ready to take that left leg back into your three-legged dog. Stepping left foot to the top of the mat into your high lunge. Bringing up the arms. Bring your hands to your heart center. Take your twist over your left knee now. Push back into that heel on the right. Holding, breathing fully. Option now to drop and hover that right knee and squeeze it back up, activating that right glute. Again, drop and hover and squeeze back up. One more here, drop and hover and squeeze at the top. Frame your left foot, step back into your plank, lower down to your mat. Roll up into your cobra and exhale into Balasana, sit back. Taking your 2 long breaths here again. Maybe that sigh out of the mouth. One more breath. When you're ready, coming back into downward facing dog. Take that walk towards your feet. Once again, letting the body hang. Take a roll up of the spine. Once you come up, let the palms touch. And then exhale, release. We're going to grab our yoga belt. It might be that you don't need a belt, but grab it just in case. And we're going to bring the feet together. We're going to be taking the weight onto the right leg. So if you need to be near something, just to bring your left hand onto something, then do so. Chair, wall, whatever you have close by. We're going to bend our right knee. So we're going to squeeze in our right knee to start. You're then going to bring your belt around your right foot, or the option to hold the big toe of the right foot as you take the leg out. So you're challenging your core, you need your core to balance. You're challenging your mind, because the minute you start thinking about something else, you're going to wobble and fall out. So just even use the affirmation, I am grounded, I am strong. If you fall, it doesn't matter. You just come back in. So holding your strap here, try to keep your right shoulder relaxed. We have the option now of taking that leg out to the side. Remember, your left hand can be on something. Draw that foot back in, let go of that foot or your strap. Hold that foot up. All of these muscles are working. If you touch your thigh, you can feel them working. We're holding, we're challenging ourselves a little further. And then from here, hands on your hips, bend that knee back in and start to take it behind you. So you come in to what we call warrior 3. So you've bent that knee in, you start to take it back. Back to how we started, with the toes pointing down. Push into your heel again. Option to take those arms long. You can always take your arms out. You can bring your hands to your heart if that's where you prefer. Hold, breathe into the belly. Can you take that leg a little higher? Very nice. Come back up. Beautiful. Step your feet a little wider. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, take your hands behind you. Squeeze your hands, your palms together. Lengthen the arms down your back. Look up. And on your next exhale, fold. Let that head go again. it does, letting go of that mental tension. How often are we just present? The mind can be good at keeping us in the past or worrying about the future. And the only moment we truly have is right now. Let your arms go, let the hands reach towards the ground, and then take a slow, slow roll back up. Bring your hands onto your hips. We're going to roll and bend around the knees. Mine always click away. We want to remove that air in the joints. And then we take that the opposite way. Just a small movement. And we come back up. So the weight now is on that right foot. We're going to be bending in our left. So if you need to just grab your strap, we bring that left knee up. We give it a squeeze in. We hold on to our strap around our left foot or our big toe. We take that leg out. We relax our shoulders. We use our power chakra, our core. Maybe option of taking that left leg out, maybe taking that right arm out. Maybe challenging yourself further, looking at that right hand. Don't worry if you're wobbling, I'm wobbling too. Come back to center. Let go of that foot, we're holding it up. Activating all of those muscles, the glutes, the thighs. For our weight bearing exercises, make all those muscles stronger. We're going to take that bend and we head into our warrior three. So whatever version you're choosing, whether you're going to reach the arms out, whether you're going to bring your hands to your heart. Remember, you're pushing into your heel, your toes are pointing down to your mat. Very nice. You come out, you come back in, we don't give up. And slowly make your way back up. Very, very good. Turn your toes out, a little bit of distance now in the feet. Take an inhale, bring your arms up. And then as we exhale, hands to the heart, bend back into the knees, come into your Malasana squat. We can send those elbows into the inner thigh. We can sit deeper, we can be high, we can sit on our block. Option here is we can bring our right hand down or we take that arm around our leg. If you're bringing your right hand down, you're opening your left arm. If you're taking that arm around the leg, you're creating a bind. It might be that you need to bring your heels a little closer to meet. And we hold. Either way, we're turning towards our left knee slightly. Release that side. Bring your hands back to your heart. We're going to push all of the way up. Reach the arms up, squeeze the glutes at the top, and then we exhale, we're going to come all of the way back down. Deciding which version we will choose, whether that left hand is down, can be on our block, our right arm is reaching up, or we're taking that bind around that left leg. Very nice. Turning towards our right knee, our right shoulder. We release our bind, we bring our hands back to our heart, we reach up again. Strong legs, squeeze the glutes, reach the arms long and release. Well done everyone. Grab some water if you need it. We're coming down to our yoga mat. So once you're ready, we're going to sit with our legs long, send the glutes away, sit back on your hands, fingers pointing towards you, you know what's coming. We're going to squeeze our shoulder blades. Remember, we can stay just here if we want, or we push up into our upward plank. We point the toes, we send the hips high, we hold. We can keep the chin tucked in, or we can take the head back if you like that version. We're holding at the top, we're using our upper body, grounding the palms into the mat, pushing up a little higher. And then we exhale and we start to come back down to our mat. We readjust our sitting bones. We're going to bend our right foot in. We're going to take it over our left leg. Bring your left hand to hug your knee, your right hand behind. Take a twist here. Pull your right shoulder back. Other option is that left elbow goes over the knee. We still pull that right shoulder a little further. The gaze is behind us. Send the toes of that left foot up. Turn your gaze back to center. We're going to stack that right foot on top of our left knee. We're going to bend into our left foot. Hands are back behind us. We can stay just here if we want to. We're getting a nice stretch into our right glute. Option, we come up into a half version of our upside down table. So remember, it's optional. If you want to stay down, you can do so. You're pushing up, you're with me. We're going to take 2 more breaths. Grounding the palms, holding at the top, 1 more breath. And then we exhale, we come down with control. Sitting back on our mat, sending our legs long, readjusting the glutes. We're bending in that left leg, taking it over the right. Maybe we're inhaling to bring that elbow over that left knee, left hand is behind, we twist. Make sure you're pushing into your right heel. So we don't want to just keep it relaxed, we want to push in, activate those muscles, turn our gaze behind us. Have your left hand quite close to your spine. Let's breathe and hold. Turning the gaze back to center, we're planting that foot just above the knee. Make sure it's not on the knee itself. We're resting back on our hands, we're bending into our right foot. We can stay exactly where we are. We're squeezing our shoulders back, or that option to push into our table. Holding at the top if you have chosen that version. Breathing into the belly. Taking 1 more breath. And then slowly take your lower all of the way down. Very nice. Let legs come back out. Reassess the glutes. Make sure you're grounding down, legs together, toes pointing up. Let's inhale, reach all the way to the ceiling. And then exhale, fold over the legs. Use your strap if you need to. So that strap can be there, drawing you down. Keeping your gaze towards your toes, and then once you're at your position where you can go no more, then you just slightly tuck in the chin. We're letting go of any judgment. There's no pushing. There's always a little challenge, but no pain. Always listening. And every time you exhale, maybe just seeing, do I want to go further? Or am I at my edge that feels good to just stay and hold and rest? Two more breaths here. And when you come out, take that inhale back up, stretch up with the arms and release back down. Very nice. So I'm going to get you to grab your bolster. I think you all have one. So a little bit of setting up to do now. We're going to grab our block under our bolster, so towards our head. It can be a pillow if you haven't got a bolster. You're going to grab your strap again. And if you have a second bolster, have it for your feet, or this can be a small pillow or nothing at all, it doesn't matter. You do need a loop in your belt, so if you haven't already got a loop, then please make one. And to help make this a little bit easier, we're gonna, once you've got your loop, get into your belt, if that makes sense, and bring it around your lower back. So you're in your belt, it's around your lower back. You're sitting back against your bolster. There's no space between your lower back and your bolster. You're right up close to it. If you need extra support for your head, put a blanket at the top of your bolster. If you just like to be a little bit more elevated or any problems with the neck, you need that extra support. From here, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Now, I find it quite comfortable to have my feet on a block. If you don't like your feet on a block, just take it away. The belt needs to be around your feet. So before even you put your feet on there, what you can do is hook your belt over your feet. So if you're looking at me, I've literally got my belt around my back and I've taken it and hooked it around my feet. Now my belt needs to be tighter. So I always have my buckle where I can reach it and I can just literally pull my strap tighter. You need to have tension in your belt, otherwise it's not doing anything for you. So once you're there, maybe you've got your feet on your block, you're close to your bolster, your belt is around your lower back, you're going to lie back. So you've got that lovely support behind you. Your strap is supporting the hips. You can just open the knees and your arms can be out to the side with the palms facing up. Just closing the eyes. Make any adjustments if you need to bring your block closer, if you need to tighten your strap, if you need to support your head more. And then rest back. The shoulders are opening, the chest is expanding. Opening into the hips and the groin. The knees are soft. Soles of the feet touching, connecting your own energy, creating that circuit. Just letting stillness wash over you. As you rest in this position. There's a beautiful story of a family that went to the beach. And this family consisted of an elderly couple, maybe in their late 80s or even their 90s, being supported by a couple in their 50s or 60s. And they didn't bring any of the typical things that you would bring to the beach. You know, the chairs, the umbrellas, the beach towels. The older couple hobbled into the water, just wearing their pants and their shirts. It was quite obvious that they maybe didn't have much money. But this family were kind of quite noticed on the beach because they had nothing with them. The younger of the men supported the older man as he went into the water, and people were watching close by as this wave was approaching this older man. The wave came in and knocked the older man down. Everyone held their breath, fearing that this man wouldn't be able to get himself back up, expecting him to ask for help or scream out. And everyone was surprised when the old man let out a roar of laughter. And that laughter spread across the beach. Not only was he lacking all of the beach gear that we bring, he had no teeth. And this process of getting up and getting knocked down by the wave and then laughing hysterically happened too many times to count. This beautiful old man and his family gave everyone on that beach a gift. He taught everyone that when life knocks you down, you laugh and you get straight back up. He taught everyone that real happiness doesn't come from owning things, not even your own teeth. It comes from your relationships. He had his wife, he had his family, and that meant the world to him. He taught us, or everyone on that beach, that no matter how close to death you are, joy exists in the present moment. And that is a real lesson for us all. As life gets busy, as Christmas takes over, maybe worrying about what gifts you have or haven't bought, stay in that present moment, because that is what we are guaranteed for sure. From here, just start to bend your legs, bring your knees a little closer together. Just rest for a moment. You're going to slowly ease away from your support and your bolster. So take your time, coming up slowly, just moving that bolster, that support away. And then you're going to lie back down on your back. And I'd like you to come all the way down so your back is flat on your mat. Just allowing it to adjust for a moment. And then take a bend into your legs, bring your knees together, feet on the mat, and cross your right leg over your left. Draw your knees towards your chest. You can hold your ankles, your calves, or your feet, as you then hold the feet or ankles and draw your legs closer to you. You're going to feel this stretch in the right glute, the right hamstring. So it's a supported version of Gokamukasana, our cow face seated pose. Again, you adjust your level. If you need to release that hold a little, you do so. You can also be holding your knees if you don't want it too strong. Relax your shoulders if you can, draw them down towards your mat. Maybe close your eyes. Releasing anything you're holding in that right side. This is a lovely exercise if you suffer with lower back pain. It's all connected into the glutes and the hips, particularly sciatica. I'm going to take a few more breaths. And then releasing that left foot back to your mat, keeping the knees crossed. Take a cactus into the arms or send the arms wide, and then start to draw that right knee down to your left side. If it feels too strong, you just uncross the legs and you stack them, or you take some support. Resting, we're holding here for a few breaths. Slowly roll ourselves back to centre, across that right leg. Bring the feet and the knees back together on your mat. Arms alongside you. And then cross the left leg over the right for Gokmukasana, the other side. Drawing the knees in, taking hold of the feet, the ankles, wherever you can reach. Now feeling that into the left side of the body more, the left glute and hamstring. Again, see if you can peel your shoulders down towards your mat. Breathe into any tightness. Letting go of where you're holding, dropping that right foot down to your mat, cactusing the arms, ready to send that left knee over to the right. Holding here. Making your way back to centre and crossing the legs. And I'd like you to choose a pose that your body needs right now. Maybe it's taking a shoulder stand, maybe it's bringing the soles of the feet together. Whatever you need. You're your own teacher, your own guide. You've taken the knees wide, just bring the knees back together. And let's draw the knees into the chest, giving yourself that squeeze, that hug. Making that roll side to side. And then you are going to find Shavasana. So if you have your bolster, it does feel quite nice to put the bolster on top of the body. Maybe cover yourself with a pillow, or maybe you prefer your bolster under your knees. Take anything that you need. Making sure you're warm enough. Adjusting the body so you can now be still. Absorbing your practice. Noticing how the body feels. The mind, the emotions. And as you rest here and you inhale in, visualize bringing in a healing white light. Bringing that white light in through the belly. Allowing that white light of healing to spread. Nourishing every cell, every organ, every joint, every muscle, filling the whole body with this healing white light. Knowing that you are your own light. Not only letting that light shine within, letting that light shine out. When you feel ready, just starting to notice the whole body again. Noticing any sounds that may be around you. You had your bolster on top of you, just push it to one side. Draw the knees back in towards the body. Rolling yourself over to one side, making your way slowly up. Let's close our practice this morning with one Om mantra. Let's inhale and begin. Your hands to your heart, honour yourself. Let's honour each other and bow to Namaste. Namaste everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you.